Foreign investors flee China, dump 90% stocks. Southeast Asia rises as new favorite. Scholars' message to the Chinese people: take good care of oneself in 2024. It's all covered in today's China Truths. Mainland internet celebrity Scolds Little Pink exposes CCP's evil deeds in viral video. In recent times, a well-known female internet personality from mainland China named Xiaoli, who managed to reach the United States through various means, posted a video in which she strongly criticized China's Little Pink. These Little Pink are known for their strong nationalist views and vocal online supporters of the CCP. Xiaoli didn't hold back in her critique. She exposed the evil deeds of the Chinese Communist Party. In detail, in the video on her YouTube channel Dolly's Miracle, she called the Little Pink brainless, saying, "Some of you accuse me of smearing our country. First, define what constitutes smearing. I raise concerns about food safety, and you label it as smearing, but when our food is contaminated with various chemical additives and carcinogens, you remain silent. I address issues of corruption, and you accuse me of smearing, yet you stay quiet when numerous corrupt officials are exposed. I mention tofu dreg projects, and you claim I'm smearing, but when bridges collapse, you say nothing. You call me a traitor's lackey and accuse me of smearing our country, but in the face of tainted food, unfinished buildings, violent law enforcement, and disregard for human life, you stay silent." She continued, "Some of you, who are clearly at the bottom of society, choose to defend those in power. Look at the luxurious properties in America, those grand villas nestled in picturesque locations. Many of them are inhabited by the mistresses of the very individuals you defend. Their wealth far surpasses figures like Jack Ma and Pony Ma. Yet, you continue to support them? Examine your own actions. You aren't advocating for the vulnerable but rather oppressing them. While you endure suffering, you chant all under heaven belongs to the emperor. You're simply foolish." Xiaoli added, "In a country where expressing your opinions can lead to punishment, where even written words are carefully censored, do you genuinely believe that they are telling the truth? During my journey to the US, I passed through over 10 countries. Some of them may have been economically disadvantaged, but they didn't impose internet restrictions. Meanwhile, we, a population of 1.4 billion in a vast country, live within a restricted internet environment. When I share this with others, they find it hard to believe. We're like frogs at the bottom of a well, yet you believe this confinement is for our own protection. Are you not stupid?" She highlighted that the CCP authorities extract hard-earned money from the citizens and neglect them during times of crisis. For instance, they were incapable of effectively handling a major pandemic outbreak, resulting in numerous infections and deaths. However, they evaded responsibility, insisting that every individual is responsible for their own well-being. Xiaoli further exposed the various forms of persecution endured by the Chinese population under the oppressive rule of the CCP. She stated, "When they physically assault you, they call it law enforcement. When they collectively assault you, they term it as joint law enforcement. If you try to escape, they accuse you of evading the law. If you don't flee, they claim you obstruct official duties. If you defend yourself, they charge you with resisting the law. If you fight back, they label it as violent resistance. If you defend yourself lawfully, they accuse you of intentional harm. If they harm you, they justify it as normal law enforcement. If you die, they attribute it to sudden illness. If you voice your grievances, they categorize you as a destabilizing element in society. If you seek redress through official channels, they diagnose you as mentally ill. If you express your views online, they accuse you of spreading rumors. It's truly remarkable in my homeland." This video garnered significant attention from internet users, with many sharing and liking it. Comments such as "She hit the nail on the head," "Every word she spoke was undeniably true." People also expressed their support, wishing her and her family happiness and success. Some called her a true patriot. Xiaoli said that she, along with her husband and daughter, arrived in the United States through a challenging and perilous journey. She currently has nothing and is embarking on a fresh start, with the hope of becoming an ordinary person who can empathize with others in the future. She openly acknowledged that she had received threats from the Chinese Communist Party, which led her to make the difficult decision to leave her familiar and cherished hometown. This choice stemmed from her overwhelming fear, and it was her courage that allowed her to take such a step. Foreign investors flee China, dump 90% stocks, Southeast Asia rises as new favorite. As China's economy keeps declining, foreign capital is leaving the country at an increasing rate. According to a January 3 report from Reuters, Morgan Stanley's quantitative research team revealed in a client report last Tuesday that global long funds witnessed a $3.8 billion outflow from the stock markets in China and Hong Kong last month, with $2 billion attributed to investors withdrawing from funds and the rest due to fund managers rebalancing their investments abroad. This marked the worst month in 2023 and the third largest monthly outflow on record. The Financial Times, utilizing data from the Shanghai Hong Kong Stock Connect and Shenzhen Hong Kong Stock Connect, reported that net foreign capital in China's stock market plummeted by 87% from its August peak of 235 billion yuan, approximately $33 billion, to just 30.7 billion yuan by last December. This suggests a significant withdrawal of foreign investments, casting doubts on Beijing's commitment to reviving its faltering economy. December saw long/short equity funds finding more value in Chinese stocks than long-only equity funds. UBS's prime brokerage team observed that hedge funds actively purchased Chinese stocks in the final weeks of 2023, betting on potential surprises from stimulus policies and seizing opportunities to buy at lower prices. Investing in China's stock market carries considerable risks. An MLIV Pulse survey indicated that the persistently weak real estate market might be Beijing's most significant challenge in 2024. Furthermore, during her visit to China in August, U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo expressed concerns about the impact of the Chinese Communist Party's unexplained hefty fines and vague revisions to the anti-espionage law on American businesses. She relayed that numerous U.S. companies consider China as an increasingly unsuitable investment destination due to escalating risks. In that context, Southeast Asia is emerging as a new hotspot for foreign investment. In 2022, the region attracted a record $222 billion in foreign direct investment, surpassing all other regions globally, led by the United States. Moreover, Chinese firms are ramping up their investments in Southeast Asia. Amid strained and deteriorating relations with Western nations, these companies aim to maintain their exports to the U.S. and Europe by utilizing Southeast Asian manufacturing bases. Taiwan's Minister of Economic Affairs, Wang Meihua, in an interview with Nikkei Asia, stated that the trend of shifting focus from China to Southeast Asia, partly due to tense U.S.-China trade relations, is likely to persist. She revealed that in the first 9 months of 2023, Taiwanese companies invested $4.3 billion in Southeast Asia and India, significantly more than the $1.26 billion invested in China. Experts predict that 2024 could be another heated year. Chinese investors wake up, unwilling to continue being leeks. As foreign capital rapidly exits the Chinese stock market, local Chinese investors are increasingly becoming aware, reluctant to be the leeks, a term used to describe small investors who are often exploited in the market. Zhilonghui, a financial media outlet, published an article on January 3 revealing data about the age distribution of A-share investors in China. It showed that over 70% are between 30 to 60 years old, while only 7.75% are under 30. This unexpectedly low percentage of young people in stock trading suggests a generational shift in interest. The article suggests that the younger generation's lack of interest in stock trading could mean fewer leaks for market exploitation in the future. It cites 2 main reasons for this trend. Firstly, the lack of disposable income or the concentration of wealth outside the young demographic has led to the adoption of a lying flat culture. Statistics show that individuals born in the 1990s have an average debt of nearly 130,000 yuan, approximately $18,304. Even those with some savings face constraints due to mortgages, marriage, childbearing, or education expenses. Secondly, the lack of visible profitability in stock trading in recent years, with no emergence of new stock gods, has dampened enthusiasm. The initial surge in global asset bubbles and apparent profitability pre-pandemic attracted many to the investment market. The number of fund investors reached 600 million, and stock account openings exceeded 200 million. However, these numbers have drastically decreased in recent years, resulting in substantial losses and disillusionment among new investors. This change in attitude, coupled with the lessons from the past, has led to a perception that stock trading isn't a profitable venture, painting a grim future for stock investors. Moreover, if the younger generation continues to steer clear of stock trading and the middle-aged retail investors also pull back, the market situation could worsen. Currently, there's a trend of veteran investors being reluctant to increase their A-share investments, preferring to accept their losses and avoid further investments. Both the younger generation's avoidance of stock trading and the older investors' reluctance to increase their holdings are shaping the future of the market, potentially reducing the number of exploitable leaks. The article proposes that this might be why the market's exploitation of leaks has become more reckless and illogical in the past 2 years. The decreasing number of leaks and the increasing difficulty in cultivating them could be contributing to this trend. Scholars' message to the Chinese people: take good care of oneself in 2024. At the conclusion of today's news bulletin, there's a recap of 2 recent significant events that will influence the trajectory for the Chinese people in 2024. Scholars analyze this as an indication of the severity of the situation anticipated for this year. The first event, as previously reported, occurred in Ningling County, Shanqiu City, Hunan Province. A junior high school student named Yang reportedly took his own life by jumping from a building after allegedly facing bullying at school. This incident incited public outrage due to the school's refusal to release surveillance footage and the police's hasty conclusion of the case without conducting a criminal investigation. This led to large-scale protests involving thousands, a rarity in recent years. As of January 2, martial law was imposed in the area. Simultaneously, in Nanning, student protests erupted at the 14th Middle School following the announcement of only a single day's break for New Year's Day. Protesters displayed slogans like "Long Live Freedom," a direct challenge to the CCP, highlighting the rising discontent among the youth. Yen Chun-go, a veteran journalist, noted on social media that these events mark a significant escalation from previous unrest. He attributes this to the deepening economic and social conflicts in China. With limited financial resources, increasing unemployment, and mounting dissatisfaction with the CCP, people are more likely to blame the government for their hardships. This sentiment could fuel larger and more frequent protests, fostering unity among dissenters. He also warns of potential police shortages due to financial strains, predicting more protests in 2024, possibly escalating in scale and violence. A major event comparable to the Tiananmen Square massacre in 1989 could provoke further public outrage and lead to more widespread reactions, making it harder for the CCP to maintain control. In the political arena, Caixin Weekly, led by Hu Shuli, initially published critical articles, including tributes to the late former President Li Keqiang and critiques of current leader Xi Jinping's policies. These articles were later removed, and Hu Shuli's Weibo account was cleared. Hu Shuli, a key figure in the power struggle between Xi Jinping and Jiang Zemin's factions, aligned with Wang Qishan and others to aid Xi Jinping's consolidation of power. With significant backing, her recent boldness in challenging Xi Jinping suggests support from certain CCP factions, indicating ongoing power struggles likely to worsen in 2024. These conflicts, both societal and political, are linked to China's economic crisis and international challenges faced by the CCP. Lao Man, a financial commentator, observed a steep decline in all of China's economic indicators in 2023. He predicts worsening conditions in 2024, with a further burst of the real estate bubble, local debt crises, and bank bankruptcies. He anticipates deteriorating Sino-Western relations, capital flight, rising unemployment, and a harsh government crackdown on dissent. Lao Man advises caution, recommending that people avoid making investments, borrowing money, starting new businesses, or quitting their jobs, and to be wary of traveling alone or to unfamiliar places. Yen Chun-go also assesses that 2024 will be a year of intensifying tensions between the US and China, with potential conflicts between China and the Philippines and brewing war on the Korean Peninsula, involving the US and China as major players. The speed of the CCP's collapse will be pivotal. A rapid fall could spare the US from major involvement, while a prolonged struggle might lead to direct military conflict between the two superpowers. In summary, Yin Chungo describes the year 2024 as a nightmare for the Communist Party of China, signifying the eve of significant global upheaval. He refers to this situation as ferocity. His advice to everyone is to be vigilant and take good care of themselves. Don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.